If I told you one simple breakfast shift could make your next staircase feel easier by tonight, would you try it? After 60, many folks notice the steps feel taller and the legs a little shakier. The quiet driver is sarcopenia, the slow loss of muscle and strength with age. Here is the surprise. The meal you choose this morning can push your muscles in one of two directions. It can drain them, or it can switch on repair in about 24 hours. Think of breakfast as a power switch for your legs, not just a plate of toast and coffee. That choice also shapes your balance, your energy, and even your focus. Before we devein, a quick gut check. Do your legs tire faster than they used to on a short walk around the block? Or do you avoid the stairs when there is an elevator because it feels safer? If yes, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. I read every single message, and with my team, we respond to each one. This video matters because muscle is not only for motion. Healthy muscle helps steady blood sugar, protects your joints, stores amino acids for healing, and talks to your brain through messengers called myoines. After 60, doing nothing can cost about 1% of muscle each year. In the next minutes, you will learn small morning adjustments that many older adults use to climb with more ease. Stay with me, and if you have not subscribed yet, join our community at Health Vita. We are here to make the years after 60 feel strong, clear, and confident. Think of your muscles like a house under senior healthcare construction. Protein is the brick, but without workers, the bricks just sit there. Movement is the worker that puts the bricks together. Pairing breakfast protein with even light exercise can double the muscle-building signal compared to protein alone. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that when older adults combined 30 g of protein with simple resistance activity, muscle protein synthesis increased by nearly 200% compared to eating protein without moving. Let me share about Mr. John, a 71-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. He used to start his mornings with black coffee and a muffin, then sit with the newspaper. Over the years, his legs weakened, and even the porch stairs became tough. At a checkup, he had lost about 8 lbs of muscle. Instead of another pill, he tried something different. He replaced his muffin with 2 scrambled eggs, spinach, and a small whey shake. Right after breakfast, he did 10 chair squats and walked laps in his yard. 3 months later, his strength improved, and the stairs no longer felt like a mountain. You do not need a gym membership or heavy weights to apply this. Start your morning with protein-rich foods like eggs, Greek yogurt, or a scoop of whey in a smoothie and pair it with light movement. Stand up from your chair 10 times in a row. Walk up and down the hallway or take the stairs at a slow pace. This combination sends a powerful message to your body. Build, do not waste. It is a prescription no pharmacy can match, and it is free. And here is the hopeful news. The body responds at any age. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that even adults in their 80s can still gain muscle when protein and resistance exercise are combined. I have seen patients once afraid of falling regain confidence simply by changing breakfast and adding a few minutes of movement. Tomorrow, instead of sitting after eating, rise from your chair steadily 10 times. Small acts add up like savings in a bank, building strength step by step. But even if you eat well and move, there is still a hidden threat. Chronic inflammation, a silent fire that weakens muscles. That is what we will uncover next. Even when you eat enough protein and move each morning, your muscles may still face a hidden enemy. After 60, many older adults live with low-grade inflammation. It does not cause fever or obvious pain, yet it quietly interferes with the way your body repairs tissue. Scientists call this Inflammaging. Studies in journals like Nature Medicine show that chronic inflammation blocks the same signals that normally switch muscle fibers into growth mode. As a result, recovery slows, strength drops, and fatigue lingers even after light exercise. Take Mrs. Ann, a 73-year-old grandmother from Florida. She ate oatmeal for breakfast, walked daily, and did evening stretches. Yet her legs still weakened. Her lab work revealed high inflammation. She also had stiff hands and sore knees most mornings, which made her avoid activity. Instead of adding another pill, her doctor focused on cooling the fire inside. She began eating salmon twice a week, sprinkling chia and flax on yogurt, and keeping blueberries beside her morning coffee. Within 3 months, she reported less stiffness, more energy, and stronger steps. On her follow-up labs, the markers of inflammation had dropped, and she smiled as she told me, "My body finally listens when I exercise. You do not need exotic powders to calm this fire. Small, steady swaps are enough. Replace refined cereal with steel-cut oats and berries. Add leafy greens to an omelet. Use olive oil instead of butter. Flavor meals with turmeric and ginger. Omega-3 fats in fish and seeds, plus antioxidants from colorful produce, help muscle tissue respond better to protein and motion." Here is a simple plan for the coming week. Choose 2 anti-inflammatory upgrades for breakfast and repeat them daily so the habit sticks. After eating, take a 10-minute walk or do 10 slow chair rises while holding the armrest. Write the plan on a sticky note and place it by the coffee maker as a daily cue. Consistency matters more than intensity. Tiny, repeatable actions are the ones that rebuild strength and restore confidence. Still, nutrition quality is only half the story. The timing of when you eat may be just as powerful. The first meal after waking can decide whether your muscles switch into growth or remain idle. That surprising truth is what we will explore next. The food you choose is important, but the clock you follow may be just as powerful. After waking, your body is especially sensitive to nutrients. Studies from the Journal of Nutrition show that eating protein within the first 1 to 2 hours after rising increases muscle protein synthesis by more than 30% compared to delaying it until later in the day. Morning protein also improves insulin sensitivity, which helps regulate blood sugar and prevents energy crashes. Waiting until evening to load up on protein leaves muscles under fuel during the very hours they are most able to grow. A light breakfast of toast may seem harmless, but it often triggers a quick spike in blood sugar followed by a slump. High insulin in the morning encourages fat storage instead of muscle repair. In contrast, a breakfast rich in protein and balanced with fiber and healthy fats tells your muscles to build and helps your brain stay clear. When this rhythm is repeated day after day, the gains compound quietly. Practical timing is simple. Within 60 minutes of waking, aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein such as eggs, Greek yogurt, whey, or lean chicken. Add a small portion of vegetables or berries to steady blood sugar. Avoid the habit of eating very lightly in the morning and then loading up at night. Late-night meals, especially those high in refined carbs, confuse your circadian rhythm and keep your muscles from fully repairing. Over time, the mismatch of food and clock can drain strength as much as skipping exercise. Try this for 1 week. Set a reminder on your phone to eat breakfast early, not late. If you are used to coffee only, add a simple protein source first. Notice how your energy feels by mid-morning and how much steadier your steps seem. Consistency here creates a quiet advantage that builds over months and years. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you usually eat your first real meal early in the day, or do you delay until much later? Type 1 if you are an early breakfast person, or 0 if you often skip or wait. And if you have not joined yet, subscribe to Dr. Morrison's so you never miss these simple but powerful steps to aging stronger. Even with good timing, the type of protein you choose matters even more. Some proteins flip on the growth switch far more effectively than others. That secret is coming next. Not all proteins speak the same language to your muscles. Some whisper, others shout. The amino acid leucine is the loudest messenger. Research from the Journal of Gerontology shows that older adults need about 2 and 1,2 g of leucine in a single meal to flip the switch for muscle building. That usually means 25 to 30 gi of high-quality protein at breakfast. Without enough leucine, your body may still digest the food, but the signal to grow never gets through. It is like turning the key in a car without fuel. Foods naturally rich in leucine include eggs, whey protein, chicken breast, Greek yogurt, and plant sources such as tempeh or soy. A study from McMaster University compared older adults who spread protein evenly across 3 meals to those who saved most of it for dinner. The even distribution group increased daily muscle protein synthesis by 25%. In simple terms, your muscles respond better when breakfast carries real protein power, not just when dinner does. Think about what this means for your plate tomorrow morning. 2 eggs alone give you around 12 grams of protein, not enough to trigger the switch. But add a scoop of whey protein or a serving of Greek yogurt, and you reach the threshold. For planters, a block of tempeh or soy milk smoothie can do the same. The key is to stop treating breakfast as the smallest meal of the day. Make it the meal that wakes up your muscles. Here is a simple example. Blend 1 scoop of whey with blueberries, spinach, and almond milk. That mix gives protein, leucine, and antioxidants Allen-1. Or scrambled 2 eggs pair with yogurt and a handful of berries, and you will have hit the target. When this becomes routine, strength slowly shifts back in your favor. Patients often notice steadier energy and better balance within weeks. Try this for yourself. For the next 7 mornings, track your protein intake. If it falls short of 25 g, adjust by adding yogurt, eggs, or a small shake. Write the number on a sticky note so you see progress. The body rewards this consistency by improving muscle sensitivity, making each workout or walk more effective. But muscles depend on more than fibers and protein switches. Deep inside every cell are small engines called mitochondria that create the energy for strength. If those engines sputter, even strong muscles feel weak. Next, we will uncover how to keep those engines running at full power. Muscle strength is not only about fibers you can see, but also about the engines inside them. These engines are called mitochondria, and they turn food into the energy molecule ATP. Without enough healthy mitochondria, even well-fed muscles can feel heavy and slow. Aging reduces both the number and efficiency of mitochondria. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that by age 70, mitochondrial capacity can be nearly half that of young adults. That decline explains why many older people feel tired after short activity, even when muscle size looks unchanged. The good news is that mitochondria can be trained and nourished. Certain foods act like a tune-up for these engines. Polyphenols in blueberries, pomegranate, and green tea stimulate mitochondrial growth. A study in Free Radical Biology and Medicine found that older adults eating polyphenol-rich foods improved endurance and energy markers. Nutrients like CoQ10 from fatty fish and carnitine from lean red meat also support energy production. Combined with regular movement, these foods help the body build new mitochondria, making each step feel lighter. Imagine starting your morning with a smoothie that fuels both fibers and their engines. Blend whey protein with blueberries, spinach, and cooled green tea. This drink delivers protein, leucine, and polyphenols together, a mix that powers muscle and mitochondria. Patients who tried this often said they felt less winded on daily walks within weeks. Practical steps are simple. Add 1 serving of berries each morning. Replace a 2nd cup of coffee with green tea a few times per week. If you eat fish, aim for salmon or sardines twice weekly. Over time, energy returns in ways that surprise many people. The same hill or staircase suddenly feels less intimidating. Here is the key. Mitochondria thrive on both fuel and activity. Just as unused engines rust, they weaken without motion. Even a 10-minute walk after breakfast encourages them to multiply. Combine that with nutrient-rich foods, and you create a cycle of energy instead of fatigue. But there is still one more piece. Even with strong fibers and healthy mitochondria, progress stalls if insulin runs too high. How you manage blood sugar each morning decides whether your body stores fat or builds strength. That is what we will uncover next. Even with good protein and healthy mitochondria, muscle growth can stall if insulin runs too high. Insulin is a hormone that helps move sugar into your cells for energy. But when it is chronically elevated, the body shifts towards storing fat rather than building muscle. After 60, many people develop insulin resistance, meaning their muscles do not respond well to insulin signals. Studies from the American Diabetes Association show that older adults with higher morning insulin levels lose muscle mass faster and gain belly fat more easily. Mr. Robert, a 68-year-old from Texas, began most mornings with orange juice and toast. By mid-morning, he felt sluggish, and over the years, his waistline grew while his legs thinned. At his checkup, his doctor explained that these carb-heavy breakfasts were spiking his blood sugar and forcing insulin higher each day. Instead of adding medication right away, the doctor suggested he change his senior health breakfast plate. Mr. Robert swapped juice and toast for scrambled eggs with spinach, a small bowl of Greek yogurt, and a few berries. He also made a habit of walking for 10 minutes after eating. Within 3 months, his energy steadied, his pants fit better, and his leg strength improved. This story shows the power of balance. A breakfast of refined carbs, white bread, pastries, sugary cereals causes blood sugar to surge, insulin to spike, and fat to store. Muscles lose the chance to repair. But when protein is paired with fiber and healthy fats, blood sugar rises gently, insulin stays steady, and the signal to build muscle grows stronger. Simple meals like eggs with vegetables or yogurt topped with nuts and fruit create this balance. Timing matters as well. Eating most of your starchy foods after activity allows muscles to soak up the sugar for recovery, leaving less in the blood. That means you can still enjoy fruit or grains, but with less impact on insulin. Aligning food with movement is like opening a door exactly when muscles are ready to receive. Try this tomorrow. Begin with a protein-focused breakfast. Add leafy greens or berries and save most starch for after walking. Notice how your energy feels steadier through the morning. With insulin under control, we can now step back and look at the larger picture. Health after 60 is not about one food or one rule. It is about weaving these small, steady habits into a lifestyle that keeps you strong, clear, and independent for years to come. Today, you have seen how simple morning choices shape strength, energy, and balance. After 60, muscles are not just for climbing stairs. They guard blood sugar, protect joints, and keep the mind sharp. Step by step, protein, movement, anti-inflammatory foods, smart timing, and insulin control work together to slow loss and rebuild power. Now, I would love to hear your experience. Have you tried shifting your breakfast toward protein, or do carbs still dominate your mornings? Share below. I read every single comment and reply with my team. And if you want more simple science-based guidance to age strong, subscribe to Channel Health Vita. Together, we are building a community where every year after 60 is a year of strength and clarity.